No, you're welcome back to the programme, and I'm delighted to welcome Alan Stephenson to the programme. Alan, you're welcome to us here on Connemara Community Radio.
How are you?
How are you? Are you well?
Good, thanks, Brendan, yes.
Good. Alan, I suppose, first of all, congratulations on bringing out a book, Gabby, A Mythical Journey. It's a very good book, very enjoyable, and I think an awful lot of people are going to like it. But before we kind of get into the book itself, tell us a little bit about your own background. I mean, how did you come to writing?
Well, I suppose it was something I always kind of felt, but never really got into until about 1999, I suppose. And I wrote a screenplay which Warner Brothers read when I was living in California, but it never went any further. So then I stayed in California, and then when I came back 6.5 years ago and moved down here, we always came down here as a family when we were kids, and it always held something for me down here, you know, just the wild beauty of Connemara. And then about 3 years ago, I wrote a couple of short stories, and people said you should write something bigger, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically how I got into it.
Yeah. Now, the book, it's a very easy read, and a very exciting story. It moves very well. But what's lovely about it, I suppose, is all of the local places and the local things that people will recognise so instantly. I mean, it's definitely a set in Connemara.
Well, it is. I mean, it's me just imagining things. And I got a picture when I was in Reno about 5 years ago, and it's a picture of a girl sitting on the earth on a nest, and she's got mechanical wings, and I was just staring at it for years, really. And that's where it all really originally came from, and then just the beauty around here and the imagination, really.
Yeah. So it's a very fast-moving story. An awful lot happens within the very short pieces.
I know,
I mean, was that? I mean, obviously that's the way it just came out from you, is it?
Well, it is. I mean, I thought I could do a lot more narrative and stretch it out, but it's just, you know, I took 6 months and a few hours a day, and it's just the way it just came out, basically. And I didn't want to make it, you know, too heavy. It's more of from young people, from teenagers up to. I mean, I've had friends in their 50s and 60s read it, and they seem to enjoy it as well. So it's just a bit of, you know, fantasy adventure, basically.
Yeah. Now, it works, I think, particularly well, the mixtures of the different characters, and I suppose Gabby's transformations from one thing. I don't want to give too much away, but her transformations from one life to another, and her kind of, you know, the way she interacts with different people throughout all of that, they actually work really well together.
Well, thank you. I mean, it's just... I just something about, you know, a girl superhero kind of thing. I suppose that's always been in my mind, and I just, you know, I thought they've done so many other things with superheroes and that kind of thing, and I just thought we'd make this one a little bit different, a little more special, you know.
Absolutely. Now, it's a part of a, I think there's a 3-book thing you're going to do.
The second book has been a bit stuck for the last month, because I've been organising this launch party, which of course everybody's welcome to come to tomorrow night in Clifton. And so I haven't really got into the second book yet. I think I'm on page 12 or something. But as soon as this is all over on Saturday, then you won't see me for 6 months now.
You'll be tied to the computer. The next 2 books will feature Gabby as well, will they?
Oh yeah, Gabby, and then some of the same characters, and then some new characters. But it's basically. I really like the idea of the second book is she's going to basically save the environment, especially around the West Coast. And I am not going to tell you too much now, but you know, just the way, you know, the planet is being eaten away and destroyed, and so she's going to do a little bit for it and meet more colourful characters and things like that, you know. Yeah.
Your characters, do you base them on people you know, or are they completely out of your head?
Well, they're out of my head, and some of the names I know of people I've met, but they're not based on them at all. It's just my way of thanking a few people for being so, you know, great friends and good to me.
Yeah.
But I just made them all up, really. I mean, imagination's a wonderful thing, and I really hadn't let it go until the last few years, and it's amazing what you can come up with, really.
Yeah, and what I loved about it was that I'm not sure that you call them chapters or such, but each section is actually quite short, so it's not kind of, you don't get dragged down into it. It actually kind of comes in and goes out very fast.
Oh, well, exactly. I mean, chapters I think chapters, in my mind, are for a big, serious, thick book, you know, and you have so many chapters and everything. And this is more like just an adventure story that you can read or pick up or put down, you know. Mm-hmm. It's not deep with characters and things you have to remember and go try and think, what was that? You know, if you haven't read it for a week or two. It's all pretty straightforward, I think, and that's what's quite appealing to some people.
Yeah, well, as I say, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm...
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you read it.
Yeah, it didn't take me too long to read it. I started, I was reading very fast, but I found it actually was a book that you didn't want to put down, I must admit, so it's great to have that as well.
Well, it is. That's part of, I think, the appeal, you know. Yeah. And,
absolutely.
We'll see what happens in the future.
Yeah. Now, the book launches tomorrow evening, Friday.
Tomorrow at
Foyles Hotel.
Foyles, yeah.
Okay, and who's doing the launch for you? Or
well, John Downing's going to say a few words, and my sister Jane has come down from Dublin, and she might say a few words.
Okay.
And then we have a singer from Virginia who's got an incredible voice, and that's purely by accident I met her. And then there's a few Irish dancers as well, so... You go on an hour or so, hour and a half, maybe. Okay,
so it should be good fun for that as well. So. And as you say, it's open to everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just come and say hello. And
okay.
It should be. Hopefully, it'll be a lot of fun.
Okay. Well, Alan, listen, the very best of luck with it. And as I say, I really enjoyed reading it and look forward to meeting you and everybody there tomorrow night as well.
You're great. Well, so thanks very much,
the best of luck with it.
Okay.
Thanks, Alan. Bye.
Okay,
bye. That's Alan Stephenson there talking about that book, Gabby, A Mythical Journey, a book that he has just launched, and it will be officially launched tomorrow at Foyles Hotel in Clifton at 6. And very interesting book as it is too. As I say, it's a more, as he said there, for kind of young readers, but I'm not quite one of the young readers, and yet I thoroughly enjoyed it. Looking forward to book 2 and 3 already, so that's great to have that.